Hello, my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path. My name is Tim Hay and I believe in dragons. And I have a spiritual guide that is a dragon just here with me. My dragon. I used to call her Dekos, but it's something that I pronounce wrong all the time. And every time when I say the name, that it's like, oh no, it's not like that, my dragon says. And then, yeah, of course, I stopped calling the name, and so say I call my dragon, my lord. I sometimes say, and I have discovered with my brothers and sisters on the Dragon's Path that they can have several dragons, several dragon guardians next to me. I have one, just one, and I am happy that I have one. So a very strict, very beautiful one, but it's only one dragon, and I can listen to my dragon very well because it doesn't interrupt. They don't interrupt each other, the montes, like they say. um, but I only have one, but there are so many with several ones. Many of us have a connection with more than one dragon and can analyze their personality, or multiple dragons, and learn from them, from all of them. I found it strange in the time that several dragons attach themselves to one person to teach them the same dragon's path. It in the beginning it was what because the spirit of the dragon is a very difficult one to handle sometimes. It's very difficult to understand sometimes. One dragon transformed me into a state of consciousness and unconsciousness, allowing me to see their world and our world for months. Like I say, 5 months it took that I've seen the dragon realms. That also caused problems in my daily life and on the job everywhere. It actually was very strange. Yeah, so yeah. How is it possible that one nameless dragon is the only one who can reach someone and doesn't encounter multiple dragons as their guardian? That is because the dragon doesn't tolerate other dragons in their presence. Like my dragon sometimes tolerates this, but most of the time not. Most of the time they are very individual spirits, and the dragon is busy with you, busy with teaching you, and then some dragons can come to them. And yeah, the dragon doesn't want that. They are very individual spirits and very solitary. Uh, a person on the path of the dragon is open to draconic energy. If a dragon wants to come, this person will be able to sense them all. But some dragons are not a fan of sharing, mostly chaos dragons, in which there is only one teacher, one mother, one lover, and one god or goddess. They have their seasons. Of course, this was the dragon who knows you, that always followed you since you were born. Um, the dragon, uh, the dragon that knows your past, present, and future, and guides you through life with all the knowledge about you. These dragons don't want other dragons around that might have other thoughts and ideas, because every dragon is very unique, just like human beings, but very powerful one, much more powerful than a human being. And one dragon can be very difficult for a person to handle. So if several dragons yes, if one dragon is as difficult, so what does it has to be and mean to have multiple dragons? I don't know that because I have one. I have only one, and I just am very happy that I have only one. So I cannot. I have to do what my dragon says. I want to do what the dragon says. So I cannot see a discussion between multiple dragons. This was my case. She had no real name because I pronounced it wrong, but she accepted the name Dekos in the beginning, but later on, not anymore. That is what a dragon can also change the mind and say, stop that, because they don't want that. That was the case for naming my dragon. Most of us can feel multiple dragons in their environments. They can also feel them inside of their dreams and visions. But some dragons just do this alone, and that is the case with me. I just have one individual dragon, and I can feel a lot of dragons all around the world. I can feel, like I say, I've been into the dragons' realms, and I've seen and discovered a lot of dragons that are not attached to me. They are very individual, and Yeah, but they didn't care for me actually. And once you are in the dragon's realms, once you are beyond the 5 gates, your human energy just disappears. That was a thing with me. My human energy just was still here, but I was half empty. The half of me was gone. That is why I was in a trance. I was working and living like a zombie. It was gone. My draconic self was gone for 5 months away. And that is why yeah, I lived like that. It was only my human self, but that was not enough. My draconic self was something that I was born with. And from that awakening on, my draconic energy was just away. And I remember what I have seen, because you also have a dragon's eye, and this dragon's eye can see everything. And once you are inside of the dragon's realms and beyond the 5 gates, you are seen as a dragon, as a 100% beautiful, pure dragon that is welcome beyond the 5 gates, but your human self is not. That is why it remains here. Your human self is actually not welcome there, and that is why sometimes you have to be in a trance to do a little astral projection and separate your draconic from your human self, so it can discover it. And once your draconic spirit returns to you, you will remember what you have seen, and then you are merging with your human self once more, and you will have the knowledge about everything, so you cannot be hurt or anything in the dragon's realms, because you are a dragon. You ever wondered how you look like a dragon? That is something. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, it can be seen sometimes when you are lucky enough that you've seen yourself as a dragon. That can be very, very beautiful, very, very shocking actually, because I have seen a glimpse of what my draconic energy is, and that was actually shocking. That was something that remained with me forever, because I was looking at myself as a dragon. How can this be? I am not enough. I was ashamed of myself. How can this be? Is this for real? Am I dreaming this? No, this was real. This was not a dream. This was a vision. This was more than a vision. I could breathe, I could see, I could remember. And it was not at all like a human. Even the thoughts were different. Whatever I suppressed here was totally out there in the dragon's realm. And my guardian, I could see my guardian very much, and that was one dragon. One dragon that was next to me, that is still here with me. Does my dragon care for my human self? Of course, because you are one. But once this happens, you are separated for just a brief moment. And that is where meditation helps you sometimes, to separate for a moment so you can astral project. But make sure that you come back, even though it didn't seem very long that I was in the dragon's realm, but it took 5 months. It was over like nothing. It was just, for example, it was just feeling like one day. The times are different there. It's not the same as here. I remember what I did here, but I remember much more what I did there. Separated souls, but you have to come back. You are not ready to go in the dragon's realms forever. This one day will happen, but not now. But you can see a glimpse of it. You can see something of it. Of course, everyone wants to know how they look like, but I never asked this, and that is the thing. I never asked this. It just happened. I even refused it in the beginning. Don't force anything. Just let it happen. My brothers and sisters, be blessed.